Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me, see me, all that good stuff? So it's been a minute since I've done this. I'm in a friend's house, you know, when it comes to with that. But hopefully you could see my cameras too. Let me make sure everything's good on my end too. There you go. All right, cool. So if you guys can see that, that is totally cool. And you know what's funny too when it comes to with that? It's just when I plug in my charger, it acts funny, but I don't, and it's good. So uh, not too sure when it comes to with that, but yeah, I welcome you guys to another, podcast too, the one-on-one conversations. You guys want to talk about intimacy or entertainment or personal growth and wellness, that good stuff appropriately, of course. So my name is James Harris. You guys probably know me too when it comes to with that. And you know me as Perk213 or H&J on Justice's channel too when it comes to with that. Not trying to brag, but just really just expressing who I am and all that. So just really want to address this for anyone who's watching this and for those who are watching this live and watching the replay. And can you guys hear me too when it comes to with that? I just really want to let that be known too when it comes to with that. So, but anyways, just want to stop by and say hi, everything else, and I just really want to just share some things with you guys too when it comes to with this podcast. It's going to be really quick when it comes to with that. So forgive me for the background noise. I'm not actually at my own home. I'm without a friend when it comes to a certain stuff, and it's something I really want to talk about with you guys too when it comes to the topic of, you know, I know I say relationships too when it comes to with that, and I'm not talking about relationships when it comes to the romantic sense, but friendships and family too when it comes to that degree. So I just really want to address that for anyone who's just watching this live and watching a replay too. And this is going to be a really short podcast. I'm just going to really, keep it short and sweet and to the point too for anyone who's watching this live and watching a replay and all that good stuff. And you know, and I just really want to address this too for anyone who's just, watching this too. You probably saw my friend's kid going upstairs, which is totally cool. But I really want to address this, and I want to say this too from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate everyone who's really just subscribed to this channel, and for those who are liking the content, not just here, but also on Patreon or on Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok too, when it comes to it that, and of course Facebook because it's linked to my Instagram. But I just really want to just tell you, just for people who are watching this, I really do appreciate you guys for really just all your support and love and support too when it comes to on social media. So just really doing that and really just expressing that too with you guys and really keeping the buck with you. It's just yeah, I just really want to express that and how much I care about you guys too. And when it comes to with just with what I'm creating too, when it comes to with my coaching and affiliations with certain wellness companies, or not say affiliations, but uh, what's the word for it? Well, yeah, affiliations. I'll just leave it at that. Affiliations with certain wellness companies, and with me as a coach and a neurodivergent coach too, when it comes to with that. With me having Asperger's, ever since I was 6 years old. And this is not me just trying to brag or just trying to, I'm superior to anybody. I'm just really putting myself out there and really letting it be known too when it comes to with that. And especially when it comes to with me, I'm looking getting older when it comes to it that, and not trying to put down my own age, but you can see in the face I'm getting older, and it's just when it comes to certain things too, when it comes to that with life and just really figuring it out. It's wild, and especially when it comes to with the topic of relationships and intimacy, and not to gross you out. I'm just really talking about it when it comes to with. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping by. What's up, Jay? What's up, dude? So when it comes to with that. Yeah, just really, I really want to share this with you guys too, for anyone everyone who's watching this too. And this is age appropriate podcast, so it's just at a certain point of your life, and especially when you get to this age, especially or to this point in your life where you really start to reflect on things, and you really start to reflect on things where you hold yourself accountable, but also at the same time you really just figure out how to really just get your stuff together, but also to really just to practice discernment as well. And when it comes to with that, and I really want to share this too, and especially when it comes to with my podcast and the space I'm creating too, the spaces that I'm creating, and for those who are just dropping in and listening for the first time, this is not a criticism kind of space. You can really just share your stories. You can agree or disagree, not just towards me. You can, but also with other people too, and it really in a way that's just really like constructive and genuine and respectful towards each other and towards yourself too, because I don't want to create a space where it's just like my way or the highway. It's really constructive and really just genuine and respectful as a community, and I really want to create that kind of space, not just on social media but also on my website too. Just really want to let you guys know about that. But getting back to what I was talking about when it comes to with the topic of intimacy and all that too, and just really practicing that, and just really wondering like, what's he talking about when it comes to with intimacy? Like, wait a minute, is he gonna talk about anything weird or something too when it comes to it that? Which it's not the case too when it comes to it that. So it's kind of like he probably looking at me like this.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
So when it comes to it that, that's not the case too. I just really want to just really share how important it is to, especially for health conscious adults and for those who are neurodivergent and neurodivergent friendly, for anyone who's neurodivergent, or if you have some within yourself. I don't want to assume anything. I'm just putting it out there too for anyone who's listening. It's just to really, practice accountability, discernment, and to really just to do that in a ways that can help you to repair and to really just, form healthy connections. And this is just a story for me, just sharing it with you guys too. I've been really just dealing with a lot of stuff lately too, and really just discovering some stuff about myself that wasn't is not the healthiest when it comes to with me shutting down and to really just shutting everybody down to where I'm just really looking at a person as a threat and not just really communicating in a healthy way and pushing them away instead of being curious, inviting them in, and really just doing that. I really want to hold myself accountable when it comes to with that, as a man and as a person. That's not the healthiest way to do things, because if I do that, when it comes to if things get, challenging when it comes to with me and I just, shut everyone out and just shut down and not talk or just being in a kind of victim mode too when it comes to with that, not being man enough to figure out what's wrong with me internally. It's just there's going to be a lot of problems there, and especially as a coach too when it comes to with that, I have don't have all the answers when it comes to with intimacy and personal growth and wellness. I just know what I know, and I like to share and to really just share my knowledge too. And just when it comes to it, that people are open to some feedback and some guidance too when it comes to it. That, but also at the same time, I'm always open to learn new perspectives, new lessons, especially from different people too when it comes to it. That, and just really sharing this too for anyone who's just watching this too, and for those who kind of are critical of me or have something towards me too when it comes to with that. I mean, it is. I accept that, and I almost said it is what it is. I'm not gonna say that too because it's kind of like dismissing someone's feelings when it comes to with that, and I don't want to do that too anymore. I used to say that randomly at the back of my mind. I hear it from my dad, and and not to put my dad down too. It's like or saying that phrase, "It is what it is." I don't want to dismiss someone's feelings too if they if they've been hurt by me in some ways too that I didn't realize or anything like that. So I just really want to address this, and for anyone who's just watching this podcast, and for those who are watching the replay too, all over the globe, every year, America, if you're South America, Europe, certain parts of Europe, Asia, you name it too when it comes to with that. So, and Middle East, and and Africa, I can't forget those continents as well, and just really doing that, and really just talking with you about that, and to really just talking with you and just really sharing and opening the space, especially for future podcasts where we can really just talk about different topics. It could be about accountability or discernment, how to communicate better, how to look out for green flags and red flags, and how to really embrace your neurodivergent kind of nervous system. Those are the things I want to talk with you guys about too on this platform too, and especially for any topics you guys want to talk about too. That you want to just dive into when it comes to the topics of intimacy and personal growth and wellness and that kind of category too, and integrating entertainment as well when it comes to having a good time, learning, reacting, those sorts of things too, and even having guests on too when it comes to you know other content creators and holistic doctors and holistic entrepreneurs and entertainers, holistic entertainers, those kind of things too. So it's like, okay, I get it. It's like,
Ash, get over that!
so when it comes to with that, I just really want to address that for you guys too. When it comes to with this podcast, and especially to getting back to the story, I have a habit of just really getting into like a tangent. I just won't stop talking. I just like word salad. And I'm working on to do that. It's just getting back to what I was talking about when it comes to the stuff that I've been dealing with personally. It's just really forming connections with people, and just really realizing too when it comes to with what my actions have done to other people that wasn't the healthiest. When it comes to with communication or with other things too, and just really holding myself accountable and really just doing that in a really healthy way to where I don't beat myself up, but at the same time learning to acknowledge that there's some stuff that I need to repair inwards when it comes to with certain things that I've been holding on for since I was a kid, or to even realize that I still have within my nervous system and all that too, to where I can really just say, to help me to form better connections and with myself, obviously, as a person, as a spiritual person, but also with other people, and with family, with acquaintances, people who I want to work with, potentially, and people who are romantic and friendships too. When it comes to it, just keeping in the topic at hand too. So just really sharing that with you guys too, and especially for anyone who's just watching this live and watching the replay, and just really want to share that with you guys too, and especially just talking about that, and especially for people who kind of been in a similar kind of journey, and even just with anyone who's discovering their own you know neurodivergence as well. It could be not just with Asperger's, but with ADHD and other things too, which I probably should do my own research about it just to get educate myself. But for people who are neurodivergent and neurodivergent friendly, and also who are health conscious as well, I want to create this kind of space for you guys to really just to be yourselves, to share stories, to learn from each other, to hold each other accountable, to discern from things that are green flags and red flags when it comes to me or other people, or just things in general too when it comes to with that. So I really want to address that, and to really just share this with you, live, as an audience, putting this out there for the world to see. Just putting myself out there, wearing my heart as a sleeve too when it comes to with that. Even if I don't look the best right now, I mean, I do look good. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I like who I am looking at myself in the mirror, but I'm not everyone's preference, and that's okay. So when it comes to with that, and just being man enough to admit this too, it's just I really want to address this and to really put that out there. So yeah, oh, oh, I almost got everything off my chest basically, and just when it comes to with that, and especially for all you guys here who are watching this podcast live and watching a replay too, and just really showing support, and not just like on this channel, but on the holistic gaming channel, And for those who see me on PlayStation as, Agent J, Herc 213, and all that, I appreciate you guys too. And especially for the people that I've dated too, when it comes to it, I have nothing against you. For anyone who's watching this, I know I've messed, I gotta watch my language. I know I messed up on certain things. I acknowledge that, hold myself accountable. I talked about that a lot lately too. It's like someone really, that really, who's really special to me just really talks about that. And she's really amazing talking about that too. And just really, expressing that, talking about that, and really just sharing that too. And just really holding myself accountable to the things that I've done too. If I intentionally and unintentionally hurt you too when it comes to with that, because I probably don't know, when it comes to with that. I just really want to put that out there too for anyone who's just watching this. But at the same time, if I brought you guys some enjoyment, entertainment, or other stuff too when it comes to with that, whether it be like I've helped you in so many ways in person and on social media, this and that, then hey, that's cool too. I just really want to share this and really just express this too when it comes to with this podcast and just really I don't know how the words to say it, just to express that too when it comes to it that. So that's pretty much it when it comes to it that. To be honest with you, I mean, it's just to be honest and really just being real. I mean, I haven't done a lot of podcasts lately too, just because I tend to reduce my social media, just when it comes to with that, because I know that can really just put you in a really kind of weird spiral when it comes to being overconsumed, and, a lot of things too when it comes to with that, and really just being stuck on your phone a lot too. That can really just put a lot of damper on other stuff too that you need to just do in person. It could be with your work and with everything else. And I'm just really talking about myself as an example too when it comes to with that. So that's just the reason and the honest reason that I really don't do much podcasts, just because just really reducing my social media usage when it comes to it that. And just at the same time, I'm always willing to communicate with people, whether it be just in person, text, phone call. And but at the same time with social media and how things are nowadays, I'm really trying to reduce my social media usage, to a really healthy degree. So just really doing that, and especially doing podcasts, which I love doing podcasts, but at the same time, it's I know there's more to life than just doing podcasts. It's just helping people, you know connecting with your purpose, what you want to do in your life when it comes to what you're passionate about, and even just with connecting with people. It could be with your family, it could be with colleagues, it could be with collaboration with other content creators. It could be with your friends, best friends. It could be with your romantic partner or partners per se too. When it comes to with any kind of relationship lifestyle that you guys want to live, especially in 2026. For men and women out there who are adults, I mean, hey, wherever that floats your boat, it's just as if you're doing it in a healthy way that you can really just appreciate each other. You can really just find a middle ground where you can really just find solutions and to really just be there for each other and to repair and to connect and repeat that on a daily basis with each other. That's beautiful. And just on a personal level, I'm still learning to do that as well, especially as a coach too, because you know I I don't know a lot about relationships. I just know from my own experience, and I'm always open to learn new things from different people, especially if they're younger than me too, if they're in their 20s and all that. So I just really want to address that and to really share that with you guys too when it comes to that. So let me see if I can switch my camera around. There you go. So just before I go, when it comes to with this really short podcast, I want to share some cards with a collective too when it comes to with that. So this deck, see if I could share this too. If you could see it, it's really connected to the divine feminine, and this one's connected to the divine masculine. So just really, sharing that and Really just gonna shuffle these cards. I'm gonna pull one card each for the collective to see. And if any messages resonate with you, you're more than welcome to share your feelings and opinions and thoughts about it too when it comes to with that. Okay, so okay, so with the divine feminine, you use your left hand because I know your left hand is connected to your divine feminine. It's the feminine side, and the masculine side is the right. So I'm gonna use. I think I know probably in a different camera angle too. It's this is my left hand, so the card I'm gonna pick is the one I'm gonna connect for the collective. I'm just really gonna trust my intuition, just feeling it out, the energy of these messages too when it comes to it that. So let's see. This one too. Ooh, illumination. So illumination and with the divine masculine. Oh shoot. So let's see. Which message should I pick for the divine masculine when it comes to with that? Pick this. Mm. So these are powerful messages too for the collective. If any of these messages resonate, if they don't, and that's totally fine. It's just I'm not a fortune teller or anything like that, so I just really want to address that for people who are watching us too. Let me see if my camera can get this closer when it comes to with these messages, so you guys could see them too when it comes to with this podcast. So when it comes to with like, let me see if I can put this message out here for you guys could see it. And so when it comes to with the illumination, if you guys could see this message too, it's really all about just really doing that kind of like inner work when it comes to with that, liberating yourself to where you can really just look at the aspects of yourself that you've been hidden when it comes to with anything that feels kind of heavy or dark when it comes to with that and really just finding the key to those answers too when it comes to with any like anything that's just like sitting with you or just when it comes to with anything that you really want to resolve and finding like solution to that like with the symbol of the key it represents freedom, unlocking, you know, the cage and the door and all that too. And just like a metaphorical sense too, when it comes to with this message, with illumination, just really finding, looking within, and to really just doing that kind of inner work, especially within yourself in a divine feminine perspective too, to really help you to understand yourself too when it comes to with that, and just really knowing that whatever that you're seeking is going to come to you eventually, and it won't happen, today or tomorrow or the next day. It might eventually happen soon, especially when you're doing that inner work within yourself, doing your being accountable with yourself, and to really just doing that, and not just like taking yourself on learning accountability, but also discerning when it comes to with anything that you recognize that's just like unhealthy, that's dark, basically, and just not beat yourself up about it, but really just recognizing that and accepting that too within yourself when it comes to with who you are as a person, no matter if you're a man or a woman too when it comes to with that, when it comes to with this message. And with the next message too that I have for you guys as well is, let's see if I can, you know, put it right there so you guys can see it. So it's really all about inquiry too when it comes to with that. So inquiry, it's kind of like learning new information. And in a metaphorical sense too, in the divine masculine perspective, it can really just be a powerful way for anyone who's watching is to really, to learn more about yourself, to really just inquire new information, learn new skills, going outside your comfort zone to really just help you to really just to, not only doing that inner work within yourself with your feminine side, but also to help you to take action to really just to acquire new information when it comes to learning new skills or even just like a new perspective about stuff too when it comes to it that really just feels really challenging right now, but at the same time I can help you to grow as a person when it comes to it that. So really inquiring or inquiry, you should say too, when it comes to with this message, if you guys could see it, and I know it's kind of right in here, which it's cool, and just when it comes to with that, and especially for anyone who's watching this, is to really just inquire that kind of information about yourself, learning new skills, and even learning from a different perspective too. That really just feels different from yours. If it's from your parents, if it's from your friends, or from your romantic partners, or ex-partners, or acquaintances too, when it comes to it that, or anything too, just really inquiring information that can help you to learn a new perspective, to learn more about yourself, to help you to really just become a healthier version of yourself on a regular basis when it comes to it that. If that makes sense to anyone who's watching this live and watching the replay too, when it comes to it that. So, oh, with that being said, when it comes to with this podcast, and especially those who are just watching this too, I appreciate you for just really listening to me for just for a certain amount of time too. It's not good as long as it was when it comes to that, just because doing stuff more um, outside of social media, but I still use social media responsibly too when it comes to that. So just really recognizing that and just really doing that too. I just really want to address this for people who are listening and watching this live and watching the replay. And just really, if you feel comfortable, if you want to share anything too when it comes to with that, you're more than welcome to do that. And especially in the comment section, and especially when I'm live or if you're watching a replay, or even just like certain things that I post in the video, or if it's like a regular post too, or like a short kind of reel or video too when it comes to that. You're more than welcome to share your feelings and opinions and thoughts about it too. Especially if I'm wrong about certain things too, or if you like it as well. So yeah, that's pretty much I really want to just share with you guys too. And I honestly didn't expect my day to go at this, which I totally love it too. I'm not complaining. I'm totally grateful for my life right now too, and it's for a reason too when it comes to with that. So yeah, when it comes to with to sharing all that too, and especially when it comes to with you guys too. I appreciate you guys for who you are as content creators, and entertainers, and human beings. Whether you're a man, if you're a woman, you know, you know, wherever you're from to all over the world. If you're spiritual, if you're a spiritual entrepreneur, wellness entrepreneur, teacher, holistic doctor. I could go on and on about this too when it comes to with that. I want to just bore you to just just saying all this kind of stuff to you. It's like you probably tell me this.
Shut your bitch ass up.
But all jokes aside though too, when it comes to it, that I really do appreciate you guys for just being here and listening and watching this live and watching our replay too. And I'll definitely do more podcasts with you guys, real soon, especially when I get back home and all that too, and even other places. You never know. I might be traveling to the beach. I might be traveling somewhere, because I love life and want to explore that and to connect with people too, and really just doing that in ways that can learn how to connect, reconnect, repair, and doing that process all over again too. If they're open to that as well. If they're not, then that's them, and I just respect that. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm about to end the podcast. I thank you guys for watching, and you guys take care. Much love and many blessings.